Hello everyone. My name is Vacuo, and I am your host and your void with a voice. Here to entertain you and may or may not, may or may not entertain you. And may or may not just like yapping about. Just shit. I botched my opening. Botch it really hard. Anyway, hi there everyone. My hand sort of recovered, sort of. I have no idea why. It's bruised for no reasons. No wonder it hurt so much. After I stopped the stream, took a little break, ate my dinner, and then immediately went to sleep afterward. I'm not kidding. It's like I can't use my hand in the first place. I can't do jack shit. So slept and get to sleep pretty early, and woke up pretty early. Like imagine this, like I go to sleep around like 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. I slept for 8 hours, so it's pretty rare for me to sleep this long. I guess like I really are the kind of person who go to sleep. My sleep cycle is like literally quite on the early side. Sorry, I use my nasal spray. Because I need to breathe. Also now, I just woke up not long ago. My throat is actually quite dry, so I need to drink some water. Hold on. Again, I believe like around this hour, it's not like a lot of people will come and watch me. Let me do some do some things that tell people I'm streaming. Let people know that I'm streaming around this hour. 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m. I woke up and start my stream, and it's something's fun to do. Let's have some fun together. Let's chat a little bit of everything. Ooh. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that. Hold on a bit. I need to. What I need to do again? Ah, yes. my brain thought. Oh, I went to Twitter and then just look around. Okay, not that. Don't get distracted, Kiray. Don't get distracted, Kiray. This will have so many distractions. Gosh dang it. Kiray, you can do it, Kiray. Da na 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 na. Na 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 na. Okay. Last episode, my hand hurt for some reasons, so I cannot finish drawing all the overlay. I still have a few overlay I still haven't finished yet. The coming soon one, the BRB one, I need to like hold on a bit. I need to put it up there. So, I totally forgot to do this. Export in JPEG, not here. OBS asset. Z-Olay. Yep. I know. Hold on a bit. I need to go back to the back screen a little bit. Oh wait, I don't even have to go to back screen. Na 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 na. Okay, good. And then let's go there to for visit. Doo-doo. Yeah, not everything is ready yet. Something happened to the computers. I had to format the PC, and then also I lost my entire hard drive that contained all my art asset and stuff. So I have to rebuild everything. It's a little bit annoying, but also same time, hey, it's a good way to make content for it. Is it? Is it? I'm doing the eyebrow wiggling thing, but my long hair starting to block my eyebrow. I think I should. Where's my hair clip? Oh, either way, just ignore that. Where was I again? Oh yeah. Where was I again? Gosh dang, my bird brain, my goldfish memory. I need to remember, what am I doing? Oh yeah. OBS now is empty, so my content right now is to make my OBS stuff. So basically, you will see a very annoying shift of movement here and there sometimes, and also do something like this. Yeah, this is the overlay I made. Technically, it's yesterday afternoon stuff. Yeah, I'm using OBS. I hate Streamlabs, so yeah. Technically, Streamlabs is just the inferior version of OBS. They just like took so many things like from other people plugin and then made it a thing, and then they didn't even optimize it that well. Here's the thing: like, if anyone is a VTuber and then they want to use streaming thing, like Streamlab is the last thing they want to have, because Streamlab actually used a lot of like computing powers, graphic stuff. Imagine this: you essentially already running a program that is like running a VTuber, and then you have to run the games, and then you have to run freaking Streamlab. Like, if you're just a normal streamer, maybe you still can use Streamlab, but if you're a VTuber, using Streamlab is like asking for stuff to be scuffed. and lag a lot. I'm not kidding. But yeah, I'm trying to do quite a lot of like stuff, as you already can see. This one is like my gaming scene. It's still on draft mode. It's basically like I have like this. You already can see like there's a bracket like behind my actual head. I would paint that thing white, and then the environment would be sort of like a like a semi dark room with like a very big like game glow, something like that. And then you can see the head of mine, so like basically the back of my head playing the games. You can see like I do like those kind of like, I'm not sure you guys can see or not. Let me move this a bit so you can see like there's like a Gundam controller there. So I'm just doing something like that. It's an interesting accident that happened to me because I always wanted to revamp my OBS, but like me just being lazy, and then like you know I already have things working. Why do I need to like force myself to like make something more? you know. But yeah, since I lost everything now, I can rebuild everything again. And then this time I want to make it much more interesting. I downloaded a bunch of like plugin from OBS, and yeah, like I will still do like my talk show like OBS like Olay. The talk show one is like is in this one. It's still empty. There's nothing here. But yeah. I will like fix that up. But there's still one thing that man should keep remaining, and that is my, as you can see, this is my just chat scene. But I didn't have like the chat box like fully like ready yet, so I'm just going to like have it there, just there. Just being there. Maybe I should try something. Hold on a bit. Let's try go for ad mode. Nah, ad is not good enough. Let go different blending mode screen. I want people like can faintly see my OBS if I do this kind of things, so people can see like what's happening in the background, but not actually manage to see anything. Too much. I think ad is pretty good. More blending mode, lighten. Lighten is pretty nice. And last one, darken. Nope. How about this? I reverse this with this, and then add. It's somewhat much better doing this, huh? How about multiply? Multiply, nope. Screen. And screen have more color to it. Screen and lighten. Lighten have much more purplish color. So just going for add. This way is better. And yeah, like I like stuff. You can see like there's so many things that I can do with OBS. Like I know a lot of streamer and VTuber themselves, they don't really actively play around their OBS that much. They basically have like the most basic sort of like overlay art reliant thingy happening there, and then they didn't they just do like the most basic stuff. I want to try out a lot more stuff that I can be play with, and yeah, so I download like a bunch of like overlay and stuff, plugin and stuff. I can do like quite a lot of things One of it is actually this one. It's called the what's photography? It's called a 3D effect. It can spin me. But of course, like currently, it's not too useful because we thin Kiray. Yes, this is a perspective spin. Ooh. Ooh, wait. Now play about this. I kind of like realize I can actually use this as my arcane scene because this like shadow head is a little bit not what I really want. So 3D effect, yes. Then view of view. Let's just go for default. Um, 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 um. I have to rotate the X a little bit more, and then keep view 0 here. Position Y. Nah, I'm just playing with the angle, make it like in a slightly different angle, so it would look a little bit much more close up to the camera, because there's supposed to be have a lot of things blocking this shadow in the same times. Let's drop the field view a little bit. Okay, with this, I can move you up a bit again. Because I don't want it to sort of like disrupt the game that much. I'm already glowing the shadow part of me. Okay. Yeah, pretty nice, pretty nice. I actually intended to want to like do some like mask clipping, like do like very gradient-ish mask clipping, but I think that would be a little bit on the distracting, even more distracting side. I think this one is already better. And there's still quite a lot of art I want to make. I still haven't like fully comprehend everything yet. And I have like a starting soon screen that I want to make. It's basically me behind like a barista table, but instead of doing like barista stuff, I'm basically doing a art thingy. And I want me to do like the most hilarious sort of like bartender 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 thing. You know, like you do like the shaking thing. I want to do like the shaking thing, but shake the paint instead of like shake the drink. So I'm not making any cocktail, mocktail, or anything like that. I'm just like literally just shaking the paint. And then do like the most hilarious movement that you know, like you raise up your hand up high, holding the paint, and then just shake it up. And then my hip would be shake it like super duper hard to while I'm shaking the head. Everyone is my OC, even include this current model I'm using. I generally actually just use everything my. Hold on. Hey. Yeah, this angle is much better. Smaller. Okay, back to it. I generally do quite a lot of like reusing everything from the manga I made. Like I didn't actually publish any manga. It's just like in my teenage year, I actually spent my time drawing manga, drawing my own manga, then listening to the classes, of course. So basically, currently my character lore, concept itself. Let's start with the concept first. At first I thought I got like the most convoluted double lore, but my friend told me he's much more like Vtuber savvy. So like he told me that the way I frame it is more like a concept and law. Concept and law is actually quite a different thing. So in concept wise, I am the void itself. Basically, I'm a void that learn to talk, and then I want to talk to people, but I am the void itself. So basically, something worse than a black hole. If I appear right in front of you and start talking to you, it will disintegrate people. So in order to that, and then advance to my lore part, in order to actually talk to people without destroying the entire universe, I went to the 2D world, and then work in a filming studio. Now you hear about it, 2D world. So I'm basically, when they do filming, is basically they doing anime. So I'm working with a bunch of like sentient anime characters to do a film. So all of the character I've been draw so far, I add them all in as a filming crew. And the actors, like some is like the makeup artist, some is like the like the sound guy or video editor guy, or like the item procurement guy. And I am the stand-in directors because the studio actually do not have any fun. And then the director ran away. Oh no, it's not ran away. He went on a a overseas trip. Yes, he went on an overseas trip and haven't came back yet. So yeah, I have a lot of like different character. But also, do I have this thing here? Let me add something first before I can answer you. Yeah, everything is still like in the making. Okay, match edit. So, what's your favorite manga? My favorite manga. It's really hard to say. I read a lot. I actually stopped watching anime because I just read so many manga. Like when they have like an anime adaptation, I'd be like, how did you read the manga? Manga. Like, there's so many manga I read. I can't even remember everything. Well, one of the one that actually have like quite a lot of like huge impressions, I guess, is the one that gave me PTSD. I guess. Nope. Shouldn't say it. Shouldn't mention that one. What manga? You know what? I just going to say like the most impressionable one for me is the most impressionable one. If I just going to say the most impressionable one would be Doraemon and Shin-chan. And because like I read those manga like super early in my age, so like I always like, oh, the nostalgic memories. Rest in peace for both of the authors. But nah, if I'm going to mention like the one that gave me PTSD, it's not the Berserk one. In fact, it's weirdly the Goblin Slayer one. Gosh dang it, the first chapter went hard. Like here's the thing, like around the time Goblin Slayer manga came out, why it gave me such a PTSD is because like there's so many shonen manga about like the fantasy world on the positive side, always on the positive side. So everything is like on the good side of the world. So they never really like show the dark side of the world. So suddenly, a manga just like went hard, like super duper hard with like the edgy side of the world, and then I was like, holy shit! It gave me depression reading that shit. Like, I think Berserk is more tamer than like most of the shit that happening in the first chapter of freaking Goblin Slayer. uh Berserk, things is just fucked up. And the but it's more like fucked up in a fantasy way. But in Goblin Slayer, it's more like you've been watching like so many like positive vibe in like about fantasy world and stuff, and then there comes a Goblin Slayer. Like Berserk is completely on separate world on their own, so you much more like somewhat like those kind of suspension on disbelief, those kind of feeling. But when you watch Goblin Slayer, because like you can relate it to so many fantasy world, it really depresses shit out of you watching reading it. This is why I say like it gave me like a very long lasting PTSD depressions on that kind of shit. And then like I think like there's actually a few more like fantasy stories like borderline on the super edgy side, like the Seinen era, like kind of like stories. Oh, sorry, my alarm. I need to turn it off. I'm back. So yeah, there's quite a lot of like many things that have to like take on. Like I read so many manga. Like you might be able to name one thing. I read it before. The power of the internet. And currently, I'm actually read more like webtoon than manga because manga has been stagnant for quite a while. Especially like the good one get cancelled like super duper fast. I have no idea why. There's one I'm actually following. Do you know like the guy who like isekai? Technically isekai. I'm not really sure like what the heck happened to him. He basically woke up in a spaceship. So like and then he start to have like the spaceship adventure, like like those like standard like X game. I literally mean like X game. There's like a spaceship simulator game. It's basically called like X something something. I forgot. Like those kind of like very star citizen like game. So he basically left out the fantasy of that game. And then another one is basically evil lord of an intergalactic something something something. You can try to find a manga. It's like pretty fun to read for that one. It's basically like a guy life got screwed over by this like very like mischievous god, and then he kind of like feed on people's misery. So he made this guy life like a miserable hell, and then he gave him a ticket to. He pretend to be like a good god after he literally, himself, and then like he contacted the guy, the main characters, and then like I give you a free ticket to another world to reincarnate in another world, and then technically he just wants to screw him over again. But for some reasons, he really actively believe he is a good god, and then because back then when that god is like trying to screw over him, he do not know his everything is because of him. So he's be like super grateful for him. And then he just actively try to screw him over, and then for some reason, because he's just so dumb, he's just so dumb, and and uh he's just so dumb, and then like the god actively tried to like send people, like send scammer to scam him, but somehow it didn't scam him. He literally hired like if like a scam, like he let him born in a like broke family, broke nobly family. So like, and then the family ran away. He have to like uh like take over all the debts and stuff. And then like he also like when he tried to hire a trainer to help him train, the gods basically guide like a super scammer to him, to his like to be his trainer. And then because the trainer himself said so many bullshit but still somewhat logical, he somehow managed to do all those things the scammer told him to do, and then managed to accomplish it. What's the name? Hold on, let me try to find it. I actually like that manga a lot. Um, Too bad, like the manga like only like maybe like just tiny bit chapter out like for months. The translation is not that fast. Um, okay. Here's a better way to explain. Not just he is dumb, he is also in the same time, because everyone is screwing over him so much. Sorry, there. Press the wrong thing. The god in that the god screwed him so much. Not god in there. Like his life or like previous life, like got like screwed over so much. He actually, when he was like reborn to another world, he was sworn to himself he need to be as evil as possible. But his act of evil is basically act of goodness. Basically, he just a kind dude. Like evil stuff he did is basically still doing good stuff ultimately. Those kind of like comedy about like people want to do evil thing, but they end up doing good thing at the end. Like he is basically the guy who is doing that, but also same time he is very unaware he's doing a very good thing. It's really funny. It's really funny. And I did read a little bit of like the one that um like the guy who's trying his best like to, I think like there's a anime version came out. The guy who's trying to be as like anonymous as possible. Like the anime guy, so like he become the new one. Yeah, that one. I kind of dropped it off like halfway because like when he start role playing on like the like the one that he create, the Black Garden one. And then like all his underling have number like 1 2 3 4 5, and then one is like the booba is actually slime. It's from an anime now. I don't really remember the name. It's been a while because I dropped that off. That's like another one. There's like another one. It's called Magic Knight. If you like Gundam and Mecha, yes, Magic Knight is good. But I have no idea why the translation scene of that of that like particular manga is like, holy heck, there's lots of drama. Like people who I think the first group who picked up the translation like stirred up some drama. So like they end up like didn't finish the translation, and then another group pick up, and then they somehow do not advertise the basically like like sometimes that there's a lot of like site that siphon out people like translations and then like put it in like a big site for everyone to read, like those kind of like a very sketchy site, and they trying to prevent it by actively ruin the manga, like even like in their own site. It is weird. Like if people like try to read Magic Knight, they can read halfway and then everything stopped. And then they can't find Magic Knight everywhere. Actually, just in like this very, very obscure site that you can find it. And it's the main like it's now the original group that do the translations, but for one, like they're not really good. I think the first the first like 10 chapter is not good, and then they finally like learn how to do it better. Like they did continuingly make it better, but thankfully I'm a Malaysian. I read bad English so much. I actually can read it. But still, like yeah, I think things has become better. Yeah, I stopped reading that for quite a while because I want them to have like I want them to have like a little bit more chapter out so I can binge watch everything. If you don't know what Magic Knight is, it's basically a Gundam enthusiast. Again, like it's sad to say, like why I say like manga industry, like for me, I'm starting dropping it off. It's because like almost everything is isekai. Everything is isekai. Magic Knight is basically another one. Also, again, gosh dang it, isekai, a Gundam enthusiast. Basically, got isekai into a world where they use magic to power up mecha, and then that he'd be like, "Ooh, I want to make one." Like those like lots of like magic jargon happening while he's like trying to make like the thing happen, you know. Oh yeah. Well, this is why I read a lot of webtoon. Webtoon have like quite a lot of very good story, and then one of genre that I always want to read but unable to. I'm a Malaysian, to be precise, and Malaysian Chinese. So when I was a kid, I watched a lot of like Hong Kong, like those kind of like kung fu movie. I just simplify it into a very like stereotype term, but yeah, like those are kind of like ancient, like those kind of very very ancient China like kung fu movie. It's not like they can sling magic and stuff. It's basically like martial art movie, martial art like TV shows, this and that stuff. Those kind of murim stuff. China manga never really have a murim thingy, but webtoon for some reason they have the most what do you call it, faithful adaptations of a lots of murim stuff. And it's actually like very entertaining too. Like everything about like they made so far. Like there's lots of like very interesting like webtoon stuff. That's one. I'm not sure like that the creator is from Noblesse or like they try to be Noblesse. Have and if you try to find, yeah, I think it's this name. So this webtoon is basically imagine like if you think K-pop star, yeah, a bunch of male K-pop star, and plus Hunter x Hunter, like those kind of like strategy level like fighting actions. So that is basically is. Like, it's actually pretty fun. It's actually pretty fun. And the art is pretty good. Not K-pop style. It's more like a bunch of boy band. Pretty looking boy band, I guess. But yeah, the action is like very good. If you like how Hunter x Hunter do their sort of like fight scene, like they being like very logical, like even the weakest power can be the strongest power if you use it right. Yeah, this webtoon is the bomb. Not like the bomb. It's good. It's good, but not like the high the tallest of the building kind of good. But it's still very good. At the moment, I didn't like watch too much other genre similar to it, I guess. But for me, this one is like really good. And then the one that let me hook up with like webtoon, the gamer. That is the granddaddy of like having like the like there's quite a lot of like webtoon have like this game system thingy. Like the granddaddy of game system is actually from a webtoon called The Gamer. What do you think of Hunter x Hunter? When they get off the boat, when will they get off the boat? And even though they finally get off the boat, even though they finally get off the boat, what now? The author practically retired ages ago, so you don't really have to think too much about it. There's so many like very like good like spiritual successor of Hunter x Hunter, but they also ultimately fall off. But because like how much brain power you need to think to actually like establish even like one arc of the story, you need basically like the first act of like the Never Wonderland, the brain and like the author used like on the first act. Too bad like the second and third act, the author can't actually have time to like to think too much about it because like the publisher is like keep urging her to rush all her work because like there's like they accept like anime adaptations, so they need her to rush all her work and then end up like the detail the recording stuff like and like that there's like a lot of things. He didn't do any of the chapter already. His wife is the one who doing it. He now he basically just lying on the bed, like basically dream talks with it, and then her wife just mark it down, note it down, and then start do like the draft and most of the thing, and then let him see it a bit and say, "Hey, okay," and then like, and then the production start working on it. Like he didn't even want to draw anymore. It's basically it's like a guy like me. If I want, I can start talking about like a lot of like story I made, like all the manga story I have, and then to listen to the manga story like from my general perspective, like how I like expand the story by just talking, and then you decided to draw a manga out of what I talk. He only draw like this. He basically just draw Stickman in there, like a very rough draft. Sometimes, not every time. Sometimes when he read it, like most of the things like his wife made, and then like he'd be like, nah, it should be like this, and then he start drawing. He only start drawing when he does that. Of course, like that was like ages ago. The news that I heard. Maybe he just actually start drawing again. Like who knows? But usually, when it comes to that situation, so that it's basically like he just see everything, and then like nah, it's not like that. Then he start picking up the pen. Usually he just not like he refused to draw, like you know, like the ability of when you draw too much and then you start to procrastinate it a lot. When you start wanting to like do something, you become like very like eh eh. He's actually at that phase. Like he is rich anyway, so it's not like his life depends on it. Like back then, like a lot of manga, even good one, bad ones, they basically like their life depends on it, so they always have to like pump up like good stuff. Because like manga industry is actually very cutthroat. This is why like you watch like so many like good manga, and then it just poof gone. There's one manga is basically a magicians that learn golem magic one, and then that one is so good, but suddenly it just like got axed because the editor doesn't like it. I was like, what? It's just so interesting. Why? There's so many good ones, just got axed for no reasons. I'm not saying he don't want to draw. He want to. Like as an artist myself, I love to draw, but sometimes sometimes even I have overwhelming energy that I want to draw. When I want to draw it, it's really hard to draw. Of course, health is like one of the thing, because again, like when I say like when drawing become like very like crucial for you, especially like your life really depends on it. You really ruin a lot of health just to draw. Again, like manga industry is so cutthroat that if you just lay back a bit, you will get laid off. When I say a bit, I mean like you if you don't do everything, like you just try to like you know uh just slightly take a break, like sit down, and your entire life will fall apart, kind of level. I'm not kidding. This is why there's so many good mangaka artists. They all have like health issues. Like you see Word Trigger, he literally tried so hard he broke his back. And you already know like the Dragon Ball like author also, may he rest in peace. Like he like you know like when you heard about it, you look at Goku voice actor, and then compare that age, and then you already know like if you dedicate your entire life into manga, like you are extremely risking your health to a lot of things, because like when you zone in into like keep drawing nonstop for every single week without a break, it's just going to do you more harm than good. And a lot of people might not think about it. Like we read manga, and then sometimes some people don't even appreciate it, but most people do, because like there's a lot of manga they can't stop even the sick. This is why it ruined the health even more. You know, like in webtoon, if you read webtoon, you always see like maybe like the webtoon is like going well, and then suddenly they went on hiatus for like maybe um for like 2 or 3 weeks. It's because like literally they have to keep drawing nonstop, especially for weekly release. When manga is weekly release, like holy shit, those things are hectic. And weekly release one, the daily one, the many different like kinds is difficult. Like you literally cannot take a break, because like if you delay one day means that you delay a week worth of like content. I'm not kidding too. Like their schedule is just so tightly packed. And worst thing is they also have to, within that week, they also have to argue with their editors and then manage their, not just their own work, their own like story writing, and then their own like assistant work. They have to oversee those kind of stuff too. And then their publishers is also do not give a shit about you. I'm not kidding. Their publisher do not give a shit about the mangaka. And then especially when the manga itself get like popular, and then maybe some anime studio pick it up. When the anime studio pick it up, their manga work, the publisher will rush the shit out of their work because like they need enough content to get like to get like enough for like one season for the manga for the from the manga and stuff, because they do not want to do like the whole like, you know, like back in the days, like, you know, like all the anime they have like the anime studio, they will like cook up some like weird ass story added into the anime the manga story, and it's quite infamous for that. And then now you kind of notice like they don't really have that practice anymore, right? Like even like Demon Slayer, they go for normally like how anime studio, like when they go for movie, they go for like completely off canon story. And then now this one, like Demon Slayer, literally continue the story with the movie because they quit the self anime studio create their own story practice. It kind of made the mangaka even more stressful when they saw like, oh, your first 10 chapter is going great, and then this anime studio want to pick up the story, and then the publisher will like rush you. Maybe you only in your brain you only have like, maybe you already make up like 10 chapters, and then you only have like 3 chapter in your brain, and then the publisher would just crash into your door, say, hey, this anime studio decided to pick up a story, so make 20 more chapters. And then the guy like, wait, what? I didn't even have most of the story conceptualized yet. Yeah, and then like it's become like super stressful for them. It's not the best environment for mangaka. This is why nowadays you can see like manga can't like manga artist original story is, I won't say rare, but it has become less, because most of them they just adapting web novel story. Why? Because when they're adapting web novel story, they already have hundreds and hundreds of chapters already rolling in without any issues. So if they want to like adapt anime of it, they can just keep on doing it. They can just hire a shit tons of assistants and just draw everything out. I won't say in an instant, but in a very fast pace. And the adapting mangaka doesn't the adaptation mangaka don't even have to think too much. Of course, they still have to visualize and think like how the pose and how the framing is going to work, but they would not how should I say, figured out the story, because the story already been figured out. They only have to figure out the framing of the story in the manga way. So yeah, that's the they basically have less job to do and less pressures. Of course, technically there's still pressure too. Like if you didn't adapt it well, like people complaining, stuff like that. You know, that's a lot of things coming from it. It just feels sad. Like especially like there's a lot of like very good original interesting story, like not novel adaptation one. I mean, like but the publisher usually will ruin it, either or axe it like super early, or like ruin it. I'm not kidding. Like Never Wonderland again. I'm going to use that as an example a lot, because Never Wonderland, like if you really interesting at that story, like the high IQ story, it took the author like maybe like 5 years to think the entire first act of the story. And the moment the first act of the story saw like complete, the story, the entire like manga got picked up by this anime studio, and then like the publisher basically just rushed her to do all her work, and then her story. If you ever read like the first act, you know that it's basically 200 IQ story that you have to think a lot and then plan out a lot like ahead for like basically if you want to draw chapter 1, you have to plan out 10 chapter in order to draw the chapter 1. And then maybe when you draw chapter 2, you have to think like further 5 more chapters you are going to go for, and then you can draw the chapter 2. It's that difficult. So it's just that like the mangaka have basically have like a dinky ass laptop and then a very like busted drawing tablet and a very outdated manga studio. Yes, before Clip Studio is a thing, they were called a manga studio. So the entire company from like Clip Studio already changed the manga studio already changed their name to Clip Studio, and then furthermore have like version 1, 2, 3, and then she's still using manga studio at that time. And then the manga studio stopped supporting the window. Like completely broke. The thing, like the software itself completely broke. And then she don't have any software or the money. Yes, the money to buy a new software to continue her drawing her manga. And then all the assistant is using Clip Studio now. And then she's still using Manga Studio. And then the file doesn't really support like properly on Clip Studio. The Manga Studio like file doesn't really support Clip Studio. Like it's basically the file doesn't really support that anymore. And then she actually have no assistance. She virtually have no assistance. And then she have to draw everything by herself because of that too. And then she requests maybe the publisher can give her maybe like a Clip Studio software and then let her be adapt to it. And then the publisher is saying no, finish your story now too. And yeah, because we got anime to catch up. And then she's like, you know how stressful that is. Super stressful. Like you literally will get white hair from that situations. There's still more detailed story. I guess you can try to search about it. I only know like loosely know like half of them, not everything about them. But yeah, it is I can say like it's quite like unfortunate situations for her. But this is like the grandiose way to say like mangaka doesn't really live a good life, even a successful one. Only the very successful one and live a very good life now is those like already like hit off like ages ago, like Full Metal Alchemist or Yu Yu Hakusho one. Like when I say Yu Yu Hakusho, technically it's like the Hunter x Hunter guy. Yeah, I remember Togashi is the one that made Yu Yu Hakusho, right? And then the Sailor Moon one, and then the Bleach one, and then Naruto one. They basically hit off. Yeah, so they basically already hit off their life. And then they got out, they dipped out from like the stressful mangaka industry. They still are mangaka, but they don't have to be the kind of mangaka have to bend down for the publisher. Even nowadays, like even like the successful one, they still have to bend down to the publisher because there's just so many mangaka that is successful out there. Like they can't afford to laser off of what they are doing, because they just, again, like I say, they can't take a break. The moment they take a break, they immediately fall off. It's that harsh. Yes, another one that is like very successful one, the housing one. The guy who draw the housing, he just doesn't give a shit to any publisher at all. He basically like, I'm going to housing is finished. How do I need to do? Oh, I have this nice story I want to draw. One chapter a year. He literally draw one chapter an entire year. He just don't give a shit at this point. Like, why I say he doesn't give a shit at this point? Because like he draw that maybe like after finishing housing, he draw like that. He went on like a spree, maybe draw like a few chapter, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 chapter, and then afterward, he just like every year pump out one chapter, maybe like half a year one chapter, and then he just that, and then even like the manga he draw got anime adaptations, and then he'd be like, nah, it's fine. I'm still doing like 1 year, one chapter. There's one chapter actually took him 2 years to make. Yeah, like it went that hard. He just don't give a shit anymore at this point. Like, I mean, like the publisher pressure. He is a man of his own, but even like you are a man of your own. Some manga can't have like a dedication of their craft so much, even they do not have the publisher like pressure, they will still work their ass off to the point that it impact their health so much. Greatest example, Berserk. Like, that dude is dedicated of his work. Like, he literally can spend 3 months on one frame, not page. Like page, and then there's like few frame in there. One frame and one page. He will spend maybe 1 or 2 months just cross hatching the shit out of it. And then he'd be like, oh, finally I finished this frame, and then I move, and then he further proceed to move on another one, and then work 2 months on it, maybe like a month or 2 months on it, and then he'd be like, nah, I don't like this, and then scrap the entire paper and do everything again. You know how freaking crazy that is. Uh, like, uh, man, I respect you. I respect you, but that's a little bit too much, guy, dude, my dude. It's basically like, you know, like around like there's like a guy who's like doing like a Dark all the FromSoft game run, so he basically have to like work Dark Souls 1, 2, 3 no hit. So he finished like Dark Souls 1 with no hit and Dark Souls 2 with no hit, and then if he get hit in Dark Souls 3, he have to go back to Dark Souls 1 again. The Berserk of mangaka is basically that. If he doesn't like halfway what he did, like even though the first two things like he felt perfect, he will still scrap the entire paper. Sometimes he doesn't, of course, but there's quite a lot of time he did that. Like it's a true story too. This is why so many mangaka look at him like idolize him, the way he treat his health. But also like not like the way he treats his health. This is more like, you know, like his dedications of his work. Like the One Punch Man, the one who redraw all the One Punch Man, is basically his like super fan too. This is why like he went like above and beyond to redraw all the One Punch Man stuff too. Yeah, that is some dedication there. Yeah, like if you want to be a mangaka, like go ahead, but just try not to ruin the health. Especially like these days, I feel bad for nowadays. Like everyone just consume work so fast. Like it's a week chapter is already at a point that is not enough to consume. This is why you can see like a lot of like Chinese manga is basically practically the same story, but frame it in a slightly different way. I kind of got bored reading it, and then like the webtoon one is very nice. Like if you manage to like dive into like the manga reading like the sections of everything, like you have to nowadays, like you really have to consume everything at the same time. Like you have to consume manga, multiple manga every week. You at least need you basically need like a different story for every day in a week. Monday this story, Tuesday this story, Thursday for this story, and then after you have like a list enough to fill up your week, and then you still have another list for webtoon, and then mix into it, so you got enough to actually every single day you have something to read. It's that much. Now we're consuming like all these things so freaking fast. Like entertainment industry is not easy. Really not easy. Thankfully, my work is actually quite saturated too. Like it's a funny thing. Like even like streamer, VTuber, everything is like quite saturated. Like even like VTuber has become like a boom. Like a lot of people know VTuber nowadays, but also same time, actually, not a lot of people know what is VTuber. Like you try to explain it to a parent, like it would be impossible. Maybe they kind of will know it, but they will not understand. So you can say like definitely majority of people still do not understand what VTubing is. So even though that there's like quite a boom, it's only on the younger generation one. It's not like the massive generations that people use it. They just know as, oh, you're doing cartoon stuff. Yes, anime is still being called cartoon. Technically, that's still cartoon. Cartoon is another way to call animations, and then anime is also another way to call animation. So they kind of like it's a like equal term. Speaking about cartoon being anime, the Superman one. Ooh, that one is practically anime at that point. The Western anime. I look at the season 2, the Kara one. Oh, I love they make so many like waifu, like tomboyish waifu, and I was like, oh. They already, I think they did a good job with the Lois Lane design, and then now like Kara, I was like, oh, I'm smitten. Yeah, Kara design is actually quite good. But I do think they have some obsession with people booty. Like if you try to take a notice of it, they actually have like pretty white booty. Hmm. Hold on a bit. I'm trying to like. Okay. Yeah, I've been chatting a little bit too much. I do enjoy it. Don't worry, don't worry. I still can keep chatting. But yeah, I'm still have to like figure out quite a lot of stuff down to do. As you guys kind of like can see this, I have quite a lot of scene here. I still haven't like really accomplished yet. The main scene, I basically have the support scene, like the main scene for things is like game art. So you can see when I go to Artista Cafe, you can see like this particular art panel here is from the art scene. I just like pluck this thing out. So if I go back to the thing I'm showing right now, yep, here, this one. As you can see, like everything here, and then the support scene, the chat highlight thing, and then like the characters. Basically, when I say character, it's just like the entire panel is just me, and then body cam, the mic, the look, the shout out, the thing. Actually, I think in the futures I would do some more stuff with the OBS with you know, do you guys know what a streamer.bot is? If you don't know, it's a chat bot that can control quite a lot of stuff. It can control your YouTube stream and your Discord stream, your Discord stuff, and your OBS stuff in the same time. So sometimes you can type some keyword in the YouTube chat. It can trigger something and then control the OBS that way too. So I can use that to program to create quite a lot of like funny scene stuff, you know, like or like some very like, interactive stuff if I want to do this. Oh, thank you. This is very appreciated too. Here's the thing, like I've been streaming for a very long time and also have quite a rise and fall too, from different variation. Because I also like I love like do like a lot of like media work. When you kind of like see this, I love this kind of things. I love to do every kind of like all this thing, make it creative, do something like that, this and that, just make content itself. It's just pretty fun to do it. And how should I say it? Back then, I actually tried to do something like this. But I was like streaming on Facebook. I just keep doing like what I'm doing right now. I get like at that time actually the Insomniac Spider-Man just released on like PS4 only. That kind of helps too. But I did get like my peak those like concurrent viewer just like 25k people watching me. I was like, holy shit, that's a lot. I didn't fall off because of like some weird ass stuff happened to me. It's more like I'm actually just streaming for fun in Facebook back then. So, and I was streaming with my personal account. So I was like, I want to change my page name, Facebook reviews. So I just flat out delete the page, and then been drifting around afterward. So then I was a successful streamer once. That is all I can brag. Hold on. Don't worry, my face is fine. Again, I used to be a normal streamer, so let's put this up on the pedestal. Actually, I have a bit of whatever. I wish I had the ability to do whatever. I try to converse with someone and them talking out to say, "How are you?" Actually, lots of people want to know how I did this in the first place. I don't know. Seriously. I'm not really sure why or how I'm actually doing this. I just like talking or yapping. In a way, like everyone just say like I'm just a yapper. I basically drifting to like many different conversations. Even like a good weather. Today weather is nice, huh? And then I can start talking about like maybe some days with the weather, like maybe yesterday weather is horrendous, and then from that weather and then talk about like how Malaysian weather climate is. Like it's a place that's forever summer, but fun fact, do you know there's still even though Malaysia always like is sunny, there is a season for Malaysia. It's particularly just for the peninsula peninsula like regions. For Malaysia particularly, we have rainy seasons, haze seasons, durian seasons, those kind of seasons. So it's basically just like that. Like we like again like I can just keep on drifting about that, and then when I talk about some certain thing, oh, and then I talk about durian, and then I'll be like, hey, do you like durian? And then I talk about durian, and then halfway talk about durian, and then I would just branch it off to like, hey, do you know actually like ramen? Actually, there's like a durian ramen, and then I would just start talking, and then halfway there, and then yeah, and then talk about like the history of ramen, and then the history of ramen, and just drift off to Japan history, and then drift off to Japan history, and drift into anime, and then anime to like everything else. It is I'm not sure it's a skill or just I'm not really focused on one I'm just a guy who can't really focus on one conversations. I can't stay in one conversation for too long. This is why like I need to stream, because like if I'm talking to a group of people, sort of like IRL, just like three friends just stand together talking to each other's, I cannot stay on one topic. So they might talk about A, I will talk A a bit and then go off to B, and then they might be able to continue with the B, but they will just keep on drifting into their conversation, and then I will suddenly go back to A again. It's a known issues for me. This is why like if you see me in like any like VTuber collab, you sometimes would see me silent. I would not talk a lot. But when I'm sort of like maybe either I on one-on-one sessions, one-on-one collab session, I may talk a little bit more, or just alone like now. Nobody's stopping me. Maybe like speaking about stopping me, like go back to like the OBS thing. Maybe I should make a systems that people can stop me yapping. I'm not sure, but it might be a little bit interruptive. But yeah, maybe should I like like we can do like the TITS system. Basically it's like a throwing system. Basically when I talk too much, people can sort of like activate throwing system, just keep tossing shit at me. Who knows? I'll try to further expand my stream stuff. I need to add a lot of idea into it. I already got like currently I got like a talk show. This scene is technically a talk show scene I used to have. I need to like drag that thing out. I'm not sure I have it here. I don't think I actually have it, because again I lost quite a lot of my stuff. Um, yeah, it's not here. Maybe I can track it down. Oops. Ooh. I have no idea what did I just drag. Maybe I try to find it in here. Hold on a bit, I need to find something. Well, I did. Go back here. Hey guys, just enjoy the view, I guess. Yes! I have like chronic sharing stuff. And I managed to share like this one thing that I create, so like a talk show file and this and that other stuff. I might not be able to. I want to revamp it, so I'm not going to sort of like use it. But also saying at the same times, I would just show you how it looks like in the past. So this is like the talk show for like everyone. I have if so like I do like a collab talk show stuff like that, and then this like the solo talk show thingy. So I have like this 2 scene, one for solo, one for like double. So I'm still planning to remake everything because like that one basically is just template I'm rolling off with. It's not actually the actual one I made. So I'm going to like further make it this one and this one. This one is the solo one. This one is the multi one. So I have to figure things out. How to make like a talk show kind of like overlay. And then the cafe one. The cafe one, I want this thing to be something like a projector. Like this one, you can see like more or less like a projector. That when I do drawing, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Actually, I did redraw them a little bit, but I draw it in the wrong perspective view. Like this cardboard should be like angled up, not down. Aside from that, I think I need to redraw everything in. Like the one like behind me is actually the original one, but again, I lost my file, so I don't really have that anymore. Maybe I can use that as a template again to do all the redraw and stuff. Yeah, my last stream actually I was like going to redraw quite lots of things, but I don't know what happened. What happened to my hand? It was like in pain. Maybe I'm also like the kind. Actually, I do draw a lot like this past few days. Maybe I just draw too much to the point that I hurt my hand. And then I went to eat my dinner and then go to sleep and then wake up and then start streaming again because it's not in pain anymore. But now my hand have a bruise. I have no idea why. Like what happened? Did I punch someone in my sleep or something? And it's the back of my hand too. It's not like anything. Maybe I just like use my hand so much it like maybe some vein pop or something. Yeah, the tiny part of the vein. It's not like very major. Now it's not in pain anymore, so it's pretty much fine. Pretty much fine. Nah, don't worry. I already screw up my left hand. It's fine to screw up my right hand too. Like I told you, anyone who do drawing, they all have health issues. May it be physical, digital, physical, internal. They have something to some certain degree. They just keep drawing nonstop. This is why sometimes I always like draw halfway. I would just stand here, sit here, just keep chatting. One, procrastinations. Second is to take a break so I don't have to draw too much. I actually draw quite a lot like before the stream. But it's time for me to start doing my theme. So currently, as you can see, I'm going to this coming soon scene. And with this, I need to distinguish the table and then the chair. The chair I'm just going for a bluish gray. So just going to draw a very basic chair. It's basically just a distinguished draft. For me to further draw it later on. Oh, by the way, fun fact, I actually know lots of drawing stuff, but also same time I know lots of like engineering stuff. What am I trying to draw? I'm trying to draw a BRB scene because again, I lost all my artwork from a busted hard drive. Yeah, I'm redrawing almost. Not redrawing, like rebuilding and recreating like my scene out. So this is going to BRB. This is my chair, and then this is the table I was in, and then let's draw this. This is the pen holder that hold my tablet pen. Good luck to you. I already wasted like an hour of your life. If you just want to like drop off, it's fine. I'm not the kind of person who feels sad about it. I've been streaming quite a long time with like no viewer, so I'm actually quite fine with it. Oh yeah, I completely forgot again. I've been talking so much. Hold on. Artista. Yes. I totally forgot to play music. Yeah, this is a music like when I do drawing sessions for like the cafe music, you know? This is like a very cafe theme overlay. Oops. Then thank you for the encouragement. But my stream is very guerrilla in the nature, so sometimes you can see me, sometimes you can't see me. Sometimes I just stream an off hour. Like today's actually I stream in a very, very off hour. It's like when I start streaming, I was like 3 a.m. in my time because I slept around like on 6 p.m. and then woke up in 1. So I was like, I got nothing to do. So I just start streaming. my art stream is very guerrilla in nature because medical stuff. I can't really like guarantee my conditions every single day. So I just like went on like, yeah, I'm just gonna stream when I like it. Good night. I hate drawing the mic. Dun 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 dun. Hold on, bed. I went on web surfing a little bit. Maybe it's because it's still nighttime. I already are tired. Again. Gosh dang it, Kiray, you always slept a lot. You have to work. If you don't work, you don't earn. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah. I want to do something interesting. Hold on a bit. I might have to. I have to see this thing works on. You guys might not be able to listen to me at all. Whoa, wait, you guys can. I don't know why or how, but yeah, you guys can hear me. Hold on a bit. I need to record a blank. Maybe in green. When I say green, I mean green screen. Just the classic green screen. Ooh, it's bright. It's gosh dang bright. And create another layers. Going to be a bit magenta. And then let's write a little bit things here. Yep, it crop out quite distinguishedly. So I'm just going to hide this thing. And then hide this thing. I need this to be as big as possible. I need this. And I have to press the record button. Oh, wait. I have to redo it again. Hold on. Because this doesn't capture the... I need another one that is window captures. Art. And then clips to the pane itself. Yes. And then I need to set the property. Do not capture my thingy. Let's do this again. Another record. Yeah, watch it. Okay, it's done the record. Why do they still manage to capture my... Yeah, they still manage to capture my cursor. Even though I don't want any cursor to be captured. This is... You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Since the cursor is already captured, it's like the first one is actually much more better. What I'm going to do is... hold on a bit. Use Gift. Video to Gift. My name is Gift. So I'll just go select this one. Wrote the wrong one? Um,
Up in the sky, I'm reaching high. Gonna shine so bright, gonna touch the sky. No need to look back, no need to think twice. Gonna shoot for the stars, gonna roll the dice. I'm on a mission, I won't stop now. Gonna make it happen no matter how. Got the fire burning deep inside. I won't let nothing stand in my stride. Gonna shoot for the stars, gonna break through. No time to waste, got so much to do. Won't let anyone bring me down. I'm gonna rise up, gonna wear the crown.
30 seconds. So if I need 35 seconds, I need 8 frames. Cropped. And then you should be having like a keying effect. Why is it black here? Oh, maybe it's because of Gotham filter. Let's try not to do any filters. Oh yeah, you guys can't see anything. Hold on. Ta-da. Let's do a stack frame. Okay, let's do it again. Ooh. You know what? I do not know fuzz up is, so let's just go for like 100% so I can see what the heck is happening. Okay, there's nothing there. Let's go for 53. Oh, so I can try fuzz up 30. Maybe a sharpen part. I think it sharpens like messing with the drift. Let's turn off the sharpen and Gaussian blur first. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Let's go for the Gotham. I want everything to become black and white now. Then don't worry, I can sort of like overlay them so they become like, you know. Ooh. That is very bad flashing. You know, while this thing is still building, let's go ahead and back most of the things. Cancel. You guys gonna get my idea, right? I'm making like a GIF of this so I can see like this thing grow on the scene. Those kind of things. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Might have to improve the speed a little bit. What happened if it's 200? Alright. It's already been 2 hours. So, yeah. I guess it's pretty late. It's like 5:30 in my place. I might have to go downstairs, have a little bit of lively human activity. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, anyone who's just dropping by, and thank you for now. Dropping by, have quite a nice chat with me, and the rest of the others that managed to drop by and increase my view, thank you very much. So yeah, as always, stay healthy, stay safe. Until next time, stay tuned on the next stream. So long.